between Lazio and Reggina. The Roman club were in a similar position last season after AC Milan robbed them of the title over the final 2 matches of the season. Today, only a victory will give them any chance of snatching the title. Your commentator, Paul Williams.
It's now or never for Lazio. A championship within their grasp, but fingertips only brushing against the outside of the Scudetto, with Juventus well and truly in the box seat coming into the final round of matches in the Serie A. Reggina's part in this incredible final round drama will unfold with the match. The respective captains shaking hands as we check on the starting 11s here today, and for Lazio a totally disrupted defence. No Marchigiani, no Nesta, no Mihailovic, but it's in the attack that the team has to function properly today. Marcelo Salas keeps his place after being reinstated last week. He and Simone Inzaghi bearing the brunt of the attention. That means that Roberto Mancini will drop back into midfield. For Reggina, they have Massimo Taibi on loan from Manchester United in goal. 11-goal Mohamed Cullen is the main threat in attack. He shares the duties with the Albanian Erion Bogdani. It's a basic 3-5-2 formation by coach Franco Colomba. Well, today's referee in this crucial game, Gennaro Bodiello. Lazio fans hopeful rather than expectant that they can lift the Scudetto this afternoon. Clearly Juventus in control of their own destiny with a 2-point buffer coming into the final round, but all the fans seem to embrace optimism on such occasions, hopeful that their passion for the team can produce not just one but the 2 results necessary today: a victory for Lazio and defeat for Juventus. Well, just listen to that. The Olympic Stadium in full cry. Not quite filled to capacity today. Juventus playing at Perugia, kicking off at the same time. So much controversy after Juve's win against Parma last week, 1-0, a disallowed goal by Cannavaro. Has been in the press all week. Lazio must focus on today's match and 3 points here at the Olympic Stadium, and that's their sole job really. And a relaxing smile for Sven-Goran Eriksson as Veron sets Lazio forward down the right-hand side. Veron again, skips past one, pass to second. That's a nice challenge in midfield from Roberto Baronio. Lazio again looking for an early good start as Nedved turns across, and on the volley there by Diego Simeone. Well, he's showing right from the word go that the midfielders are there to support the strikers today. Look how many players Lazio had in the area. 4 waiting in the centre as that ball came across from Nedved. Well won by Fernando Couto in the air, and it's Mancini wide on the left-hand side. Oh, it is playing for the corner there. Roberto Mancini, this could be his last game in Serie A. He's now officially on the coaching staff here at Lazio, as well as being part of the playing squad. Hasn't scored this season. He's got 158 goals to his name in Serie A. How he would like to finish his career with a championship medal. As Simeone comes forward. That's a slight adjustment for this Lazio midfield to accommodate Mancini on the left-hand side. That's normally the territory for Pavel Nedved, who's on the ball now. He switches to the right. Ball goes back to Marco Ballotta, who's in today for Marchigiani. Marchigiani played just 3 minutes in the game last week. Lazio were too good for Bologna, and he was substituted for injury, and he's still injured now. They have a very experienced, capable replacement. Well, no foul is the decision there on Edion Bogdani, the Albanian striker for Reggina. Mancini. Nice turn from Salas. Turned into trouble, though. Reggina having an outstanding season for a side that has just been promoted to Serie A, currently sitting in 10th place. Chip over the back was aimed for Mancini, who'd found some space for himself. The ball's been given to Simeone. There's Fernando Couto. Simeone, just look at the room for turning here as Veron helps it on down the right-hand side. A foul on Pancaro. He too is operating on the opposite side from normal. Has whipped across. Salas was there, but couldn't quite get head on ball, and the ball was, well, really hesitantly cleared there by the Reggina defence as Veron whipped it across. Simone Inzaghi missed it at the near post. Salas at the back, and some very casual defending there. But just look at the holding on Salas. No penalty given there, perhaps a little bit fortunately for the African, Joseph Oshadagun. Veron. It's a beautiful pass, but Mancini was in two minds whether to take it early or let it run. And it cost him possession in the end. Yet to produce an effective attack here. Giuseppe Pancaro. Veron. Pancaro again. He's getting forward at every opportunity as Simeone played the ball through there for Inzaghi. Well, Inzaghi did very well just to stay on side and turn away the little dummy from Marcelo Salas. That's what threw the Reggina defence. I'm sure at the back of Lazio's mind is last year's run into the championship, where they appeared to be in full control of their own destiny before Milan stole the show in the last 2 weeks of the season. Nevia picks up the ball for Lazio and gives it away just as quickly. Abito playing it forward. Baronio. Pancaro. Simeone. Free on this left-hand side, it's Favali coming forward. Space here for Mancini. Favali, good cross! Well, it was a run into the area of real intent by Pavel Nedved. A ball tailor-made for someone like Diego Simeone. Nedved not quite as dominant in the air. But he met the ball with his head, just couldn't get any meaningful contact with the ball. Here's Callon, hardly seen the ball so far in this game. Perhaps destined to play on a bigger stage, Mohamed Callon. 21-year-old from Sierra Leone. 11 goals for him so far this season. No chances yet today as Mancini gives the ball away. Now Baronio. So much time for Lazio on the ball in midfield. It's a match played at a fairly pedestrian pace until someone like Veron gets the ball and accelerates. He's lost it. Now Reggina, an opportunity on the counter-attack here with Bogdani. Callon picks up the ball. Well, that's a fine pass here. Chance for Reggina, across to Callon. Very well cut out there. I think it was Paolo Negro. And an early ball for Inzaghi. Well, there are some gaps starting to show at both ends of the park. Just look at this. He had a player offside, but not interfering with play. And rightly so, it was allowed to play on by the referee. As Simeone plays it forward. Oh, Massimo Taibi got a touch to that. And that's a corner. As we see again, the player offside, or technically onside. Corner comes across. Well, plenty going for the ball, no one make a contact. Fernando Couto stays. Favali goes back to Negro. Pancaro, little ball over the top. Or Mancini, of all players, can bring down a ball like that. That was very awkward. And certainly Mancini was onside. The flag went up for offside, and he knows it as well. Offsides in modern football are such a fine decision. Salas plays it forward. It's going to be kept in. It's going to be played across. And just pushed away by Taibi. Nedved goes into the hoardings. He's back on his feet now, though, as Veron comes forward. That's a very astute pass. Simeone. Mancini waiting wide on the left. That's interesting because Veron and it's Bruno Cirillo who are tangling there. Well, I thought Veron in the initial challenge gave Cirillo a little bit of a tap on the back of the calves for his trouble, and Cirillo returned the favour. Take a look at the earlier incident where Nedved just kept that ball in. It held up beautifully. Like backspin on a golf ball. Terrific pass from Salas. Two waiting in the centre, and Nedved could only just pull it back, and Taibi pushed it away. Well, plenty of the fans here in the Olympic Stadium confident that Lazio can be champions. Remember, they trail Juventus by 2 points coming into this, the final round. Mancini past his man to the back post. It's a good cross and nodded back, and it's a penalty to Lazio. Inzaghi saying, I'm the man to take it, and in the process, a yellow card for Ezio Brevi. Well, Simone Inzaghi won the ball in the air. There's no doubt there was firm contact with the ball on the arm there of Ezio Brevi. Mancini with the initial thrust to just catch the Reggina defence off guard. And Inzaghi now with one of the most important spot kicks of his career, but he made it look so easy, so simple, and Lazio have the first goal of the game. Well, Lazio have been keeping Juventus very honest by doing their part in the run-in. They've won in their last 2 games. And Simone Inzaghi just rolled it down the centre, really. I'm sure goalkeepers would love a second go at some of these penalties. If it just stood up, he would have saved it easily, but of course, he wasn't to know where the ball was going to go. Lazio determined to take maximum points and force Juventus to play out the season, but that wasn't a bad effort. Bellotta just plucked it out of the air. Nedved over the top. Just look at the space here for Salas. He's got Inzaghi across. He's got Mancini. Here is Roberto Mancini into the side netting. Well, it could have been 2 in a minute there for Lazio. Salas just guiding it across. I think Inzaghi left it on purpose, knowing that he wouldn't really be able to direct the ball on goal. Reggina's throw. Callon comes short. Now they need him in the game more and more. He was looking for a foul there. Mohamed Callon joined Reggina from Cagliari. No doubt, everybody in the stadium aware of what's going on in Juventus's game against Perugia. Oh, that's a great turn, and another penalty! Pancaro this time goes down, and despite the protests, Gennaro Bodiello, the referee, has given Lazio a second penalty. Well, Pancaro, so lively when it comes to getting forward from the back. Totally wrong-footed as player there. You might see here the extent of the contact, and you can see that there was not much contact at all. No wonder the protests were so vehement. Pancaro went down. It is a penalty. Amazingly, it's Veron to take this one and not Inzaghi, despite his earlier success in the half. One Veron, who makes it 2-0. Well, there was wisdom in changing the penalty taker for Lazio, as Inzaghi makes the point. Well, one Veron, a totally different style than Simone Inzaghi, but the same result. Right into the corner this time. Too much power for the goalkeeper, and it's 2-0. Salas enjoying being back in the thick of things again after a long spell of being on the bench, as Eriksson only played one striker up front, and it was Simone Inzaghi. But here is Marcelo Salas, and that might be a corner unless Taibbi can get there, which he does. But not in time, according to the referee. checks the time in the process. Corner to Lazio. Touched on by Mancini at the near post. And you remember his wonder goal from a similar position last season, Roberto Mancini, one of the greatest goals you'll ever see. And there's a real piece of impudence from Veron as Favali plays it across. And Favali's offside. Well, look at this from Veron, real confidence. And Nedved was slipping somewhat as he took that shot. Well, it was thought there may be some problems in defence for Lazio with Marcagiani, Nesta suspended, Mihailovic injured, but they have barely had a thing to do in front of the goalkeeper, Marco Ballotta. Perhaps that will change now as a Reggina free kick. They're 25 metres out from the goal. Over the top. Well, it was aimed for Callan. No surprise about that, but he barely had a sniff so far in this first half. Well, the half-time whistle is about to go, and Lazio continue to play like a team that still believes that they can take out the championship. 2 first-half penalties, one to Simone Inzaghi, the other two, one Veron. In dubious circumstances, the latter certainly has given the Roman side a very handy half-time advantage. Lazio 2, Reggina 0. Welcome back to the Olympic Stadium, and extraordinary scenes here at half-time. News has filtered through from Perugia, where Juventus are playing, that a torrential downpour has caused a delay in the start of the second half there. And it's felt that to achieve real parity for teams on the final day of the season, that this half must be delayed as well, to try and start both halves at the same time. I don't think that will be possible. The players are off the pitch in Perugia, and despite an extra 20-minute delay here in Rome, the referee is about to start the half. He couldn't wait any longer. So real drama on the final day of the season here in Italy. It's 0-0 as Juventus play Perugia. It's 2-0 here as Lazio are ahead against Reggina. Now, if those scorelines were to remain as they are now, Serie A would go into a 2-legged playoff between Lazio and Juventus. There's still a lot of football between now and then. Substitute for Reggina, Andrea Pirlo. Baronio. Calon. Well, it'll be interesting to see how Lazio approach the second half. They've got a 2-goal advantage. In other circumstances, you suspect that they would just sit on that and keep it. Or they go for more. I'm sure whatever they do, they'll have one ear tuned to the events at Perugia. Varley goes down the line. Cut out. Reggina come away with Pirlo. Bito takes over. It's the coach of Reggina, Franco Colomba, who did say during the week that we will go to Rome and win the game. That was after his side won a midweek friendly 16-0 against an amateur team called Cadetto. Cosenzzini got a hat-trick in that game, but he's only on the bench today. So confidence is a wonderful thing, but they're not going so well so far, Reggina, as Salas trying to make them pay even more here. Look at this, Inzaghi over the top. Now that would have clinched the 3 points for sure. And Salas again showing his quality with that pass. The ball in midfield goes back to Baronio. Pirlo. Lazio patiently waiting for Reggina to come to them. That may happen now with Morabito. Oh, waited for it just a little bit too long. There was a call there from someone. I'm not sure whether it was the goalkeeper Bellotta or the defender, but there's no touch by Fernando Couta. He was trying to get the goalkeeper to come off his line, I think. Salas, great play. Oh, Inzaghi. Salas! Oh, good stop! Well, he was unlucky there, the Chilean. He really did cut through the Reggina defence on his own there. Great head back by Inzaghi. All the hard work had appeared to be done with the build-up. But the long legs of Taibi getting in the way there. Gini. Lazio do well to get the ball back, and Simeone, rather it's Negro coming forward from midfield. Fouled. Well, there was an interesting statement made during the week from the suspended Lazio captain Nesta. He said that bad refereeing decisions have cost Lazio the title this season. That's quite an extraordinary statement to make. But it's a comment that has been revolving around Italian football throughout the season. As Reggina make a substitution and the Chilean Jorge Vargas comes on. Veron takes it, it's a goal! Well, that really is a Simeone special. The Argentine has a real knack of scoring headers, there's no doubt about that. And that's a third for Lazio. That's confirmation, really, that the 3 points are theirs today. So now the outstanding matter is what's going on at Perugia as we take another look. Quality glance, no chance for Massimo Taibi there. Juan Veron taking the free kick, completing the 1-2 for the Argentinians here. Take a note of the name. Diego Simeone, 7 goals now this season for him. His best return in Serie A. Look at the space here for Nedved and Veron. Reggina really not really sticking to their task here, not really sticking to the men either, as another chance goes begging for Lazio. Well, we should remind you, as we take another look at the opportunity here, that goal difference does not come into the equation in Italian football. If two sides are level on points, a two-legged playoff takes place. That's why the amount of goals that Lazio get today really are irrelevant. All that matters is that they win. A draw for Juventus will mean a playoff. A win for Juventus will mean the title will go to Turin. And defeat, of course, will mean that Lazio take the title. Sergio Conceição about to come on, and just listen to the applause for one of the greats of Italian football in the past 2 decades, Roberto Mancini. It's still not 100% certain that he'll be retiring after this game, but it seems more than likely that the curtain is closing on a brilliant career. One of the most gifted players ever to emerge from Italian football. And Lombardo, his old teammate from Sampdoria days, they go back such a long way. Posanzini, whose energetic approach to the game may give Reggina some spark in attack, and he's won himself a free kick on the edge of the area. Well, it's one of those dubious ones, really, isn't it, where the defender was just holding his ground. Posanzini felt the impact of the tackle, and that may have swung the referee's decision in his favour in the end. There's some quarter of an hour to go here. Reggina, no one at the back post, really. Well, that symbolises the way their day has gone, really. Oh, look at this, what a moment. Lombardo piggybacking Mancini around the pitch. Marcelo Salas, the flag stays down, across, hoping that Sergio Conceição would just finish it off. There's no goals today for Marcelo Salas, but he's more than played his part in the performance. Well, it's a lap of honour for Mancini, assisted by Lombardo for so much of the way round. Well, if that's not a sign that the career has come to an end, I don't know what is. The shirt goes into the crowd. It's such an emotional moment for a player. But when you've been on the scene for 20 years, as has Roberto Mancini, well, it means a lot to the fans too. There's still the rest of the game to be played out here. Salas, opportunity to get his head up, and he won a corner. Almeida now on for Lazio. Well, look at this, there's still a few minutes remaining in the game, and the fans have come on the pitch. Well, Sensini's asking them to just back off a bit, and well, extraordinary. Look, they're taking the clothes off Veron. Where's the security here? This is incredible. Amazingly, the players are just allowing themselves to be undressed. There's still around 4 minutes to go. Veron is down to his underwear. This is unbelievable. Well, it took some time to clear the fans off the pitch. And I just wonder where the extra shirts were got for the likes of Veron and 1 or 2 other players, but everyone's on the park. Salas kept his strip intact. And it's all about killing time now, really, for Lazio. Still a little bit of hunger for action for Sergio Conceição. Salas always looking for more and more goals. Well, still almost half a football to be played in Perugia. So Lazio will have to wait some time before they know the outcome of their work today. Pirlo for Reggina. Well, the pace of the game now, well, it's really just like a training run, and you can see there Diego Simeone's shirt is inside out. It looks like he's had to borrow a shirt off one of the other players, perhaps one of the substitutes, just to continue on with the game. So in the final few seconds here, Reggina have a chance to finish their own season on somewhat of a high as Pirlo curls over the bar. Striker, only 21, he's scored half a dozen goals this season. So now the final whistle goes here at the Olympic Stadium, but there is some waiting to be done yet for Lazio and their officials and their fans. They've come away convincingly here, the final game of the season, winning by 3 clear goals. 2 penalties in the first half, Inzaghi and Veron converting, and a typical Diego Simeone header in the second half. Lazio have done their bit. Now they must wait and see what happens in Perugia. It's finished. Lazio 3, Reggina 0.